Alrighty, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. I think we're good to go. Just making sure YouTube is live, Twitter is live, and there we are. Alright, everybody, a little bit of an earlier stream for sure today. Definitely some shenanigans going on in the Bitcoin market. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now breaking down below 59,000 bucks. Everybody's in a panic. Hey, Crypto Ricky, you're definitely seeing the crash talk happening right now because Bitcoin is down about 6%. And oddly enough, altcoins are not dropping really much more than 6%, which is kind of interesting to see here. I would say they have been falling a little bit more yesterday, so I think that compounding drop is what people are most likely feeling right now. I know we talked about that weekly chart. I keep on bringing it up mostly every stream just to kind of give you guys an idea, but we are breaking back down below a 20-week moving average, so this is going to be something more of a crisis stream. What's going on right now? Should you guys be buying or selling, looking at levels of support, things like that. And because it's going to be a longer stream, I'm going to start with a cigar here in a little bit, so get ready for that. But before we hop in here, we're going to be skipping all the news and basically just going straight to charts. I have a treat for Loki if he wants to come up and get it, though. I don't know if he will. He may. Oh, there he goes. You want a little treat? Yeah, there she go. All right. So I can touch your paws. Yeah, all right. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the mood hitting us right now. So, hey Tony, hey Merlin, hey Locksky, happy to see you, my man. Down the crapper, my friend. Definitely a lot of shit going down the crapper today. I got stopped out of my trade that I told you guys I was kind of scaling out of. The rest of it's I walked away with a profit, but to be frank, I was kind of hoping for a lot more here. So let's just kind of focus on the charts. As always, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a heads up. If you guys used my link for Fairdesk a while ago to sign up and start trading on there, they're merging into JumpX, so I have the link in the comments already pinned for you guys. That way you guys can sign up and you guys get 10% off of your rebates. Basically, that means that every day, whatever you guys spent on trading fees, because every exchange has the fees, you basically get 10% back given to you in your spot wallet. And as long as you're trading on there, it lasts forever, which is a pretty good deal. So anyway, looking forward here, look at this, weekly charts, daily charts, 4-hour charts, and hourly charts. The daily chart looks like it gave us a little bit of a Houdini move right here because it turned green just for a few days, and now we're coming back down. The weekly chart, nothing new. I think we're just going to go down list by list, but I'm going to do this one here because it does have the trend lines. We're going to go fast on the weekly chart. We still know we're looking at this downward trend. Everything there is fine, but today we're breaking back down below that 20-week moving average. God, it sucks, right? It sucks. We do know everything is still bearish as far as the oscillators are concerned, but we're really hoping that we can at least go sideways from here, because that sideways action is what gives Bitcoin the opportunity to get bullish as far as the oscillators. It stops us from going down, it loosens things up, and then one bullish drive later, Bitcoin on the weekly charts are raring to go, and that's where you guys start to see some of these breakouts above 74,000, going up to 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. We're not there yet, it looks like. Go over here to the daily chart, it's gonna look a little bit more funky as well. You can see the general pattern here, but we're about to turn more bearish here on the weekly. So it looks like it's about to get a little bit more choppy and a little bit more ugly. Kind of what we had back over here. You can expect a little bit more movements, because if you guys were on the Telegram here, we talked about this earlier today. We're trying to hold this support. I believe this is what Bitcoin's trying to hold right now. Currently, if you guys go over to the 15, you can see we are failing here. Perhaps by the end of the day, which is, you know, not too much longer here. How much we got? 2 hours, 1 hour, an hour and a half. We may end up actually holding this level of support here. So I think this is where the battle is going to be for the next hour or so. For those aggressive traders right now that are kind of looking for day trades, you know, like I told you guys before, I'm typically looking at the hourly charts. If I go peek over here very fast, actually we can stay here. The hourly charts is what I told you guys yesterday, and it still seems to be pointing in that same direction right there. Still seems to be working, unfortunately for us. 4-hour chart, of course, gave you a little bit of a heads up there, but the breakdown right here was pretty fast, pretty wild, and it just doesn't look that good now, does it? As far as everything else is concerned, let me go over here, let me get out of that one. Ethereum coming down, Solana coming down, everything's pretty much coming down, but not too much. When I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, I see Bitcoin down 6.5% basically. Ethereum is down 9, Solana is down about 7, Doge is down about 6, Bonk is down about 7, Baby Doge is down 4, STMX is down 6. there's not a lot of tokens I'm looking at right now that are down like a lot, like, you know, 10-15% when Bitcoin has this type of move. I think the reasoning for that though is if you go down here to some of these other tokens, like something like an AVAX, you know, we're just going back down here to hit some of these other levels of support. When I'm looking at these moves though, again, everything is still bearish and we're looking at opportunities to go bullish, but it's just not yet, and that really does suck. How'd oil do today? Oil still holding up. The dollar index is still moving downwards here. Yeah. It looks like everybody's getting ready for rate cuts, but it looks like Bitcoin is still having some issues here. I'm still optimistic that we can try to hold on to that trend. It's not the craziest trend, I granted, but that's basically what we're looking for there. And also, let me know if you guys hear a little bit of a staticky noise. I did a video this morning for you guys talking about Mark Zuckerberg and everything going on with Facebook, and there was like a little bit of a static going on. So if you guys hear static, please let me know. I don't exactly know how to fix it, but I think it fixed itself here earlier. Ain't selling shit, ain't nothing, changed my position, still up 115%. So you must be one of those long-term holders. Yeah, you're just fine. Right now, I think the people that are mostly worrying are those who probably bought after this large pump right here, and perhaps they didn't have a stop loss. And, you know, depending on how you guys are trading, remember, I talk a lot about swing trading as far as 20 hours to 30 hours. You know, not much happened during that time back over here, and eventually kind of came back down. So you're going to see everything start to go back to being bearish here, especially looks like on the daily chart. That 4-hour chart here, still ugly, ugly, ugly. If we can get back to being a little bit more positive here on the 1 hour, I might try to do something more of a long here because I want to do a little bit of day trading with you guys, but this is obviously not the best time to be trading. Let me back up here on the 4. Let's get rid of this very fast. And let's just do a simple fib and let's see what we can kind of find here. I mean, just free falling here. Next support level is around 56.4. I mean, we stopped there for all of like maybe a few minutes, came back down here, stopped for a little bit. Yeah, for aggressive traders, this is probably going to be where you try to attack the bottom here. I mean, when I tell you guys this is risky, it definitely is risky. You might wait for the 5 to turn more bullish here on the MACD just to be safe. That could usually sell. There's a little bit of a slowdown happening, but you might just have a stop loss back down here on 58.335 or 58.5, somewhere down here. If you're looking to buy in, you see, yeah, that might be it. But you're trying to catch a falling knife at this point. Let me see if I can go over here very fast. It's over here while we watch. Can I do this? We can try to do a small scalp off of this. It's a risky scalp and it's going to have a stop loss here at 58.3, okay? So let's go with Bitcoin. We can do it 25, that's fine. And let's go over here. Let's go to, let's say $500. We can go long, but I think the stop loss is 58.3 was what I just said, 58.3. And the target price is going to be maybe $60,000 because it's just a scalp, right? And that's $500, 25x leverage. We can try to see how that works out. It's a high risk trade though. Should I have made it 58,000 even? Instead of 58.3? We'll see. Hopefully I don't get a nice little liquidation there, but it's a small trade. We'll see how it goes. I got it shrunk for now. We'll watch some of this price action. If any of you guys have any tokens you guys want me to check out, let me know. I'm looking at stuff like WIF, which is down like 10% right now, 11%. You got a few things that are bad, but like GTC is coming down a little bit more difficult, a little bit more. World tokens down quite a bit. Turbo's down 10% here after having a pretty decent day, right? Back over here. Definitely falling down here today. And I would say right now, this is definitely more, this is more for the risky people. Yeah, because we don't have the momentum yet. You'd really want to see this maybe another 10 to 20 minutes waiting for it. But if you're trying to catch a falling knife and you're trying to scalp, yeah, it could be kind of fun. All right, let's poke this back out here though. Next month be green. It should be just because of rate cuts, but I would overall expect it to still be very choppy, like just how we've been seeing here. And Halo Boy, right now this is a very risky time to be buying. I'm just trading over here with some excess cash and I'm just having fun with it, but it's still like a very, very risky time to be going in. I have like a quick little stop loss right here just in case anything happens. I think I'm risking like, oh, man, like let me see, 59,000 basically. I'm basically risking like 25% because 25x and it's basically like a 1% loss. So I'm basically risking 1% right now. And I'm looking for, again, like 25x leverage, 25%. And I'm hoping for something like 50% profit, like a 2-to-1 ratio, basically. It's something more risky. Like even if you were to pop open something like, let me see, I know I got the market cipher list over here. Give it a second. Go over here towards like the 5-minute chart. These, as far as I understand, are like large, it's like whale activity basically. It's saying, hey, there's some whales making moves right here, and it's definitely a little bit more risky. We'll see what happens here. I'm just buying off of a Fibonacci support level. There's not really much logic besides that. I'm like, damn, we've fallen kind of a bit. Bitcoin doesn't usually fall more than, 6 to 10% in a day. Maybe we're not done just yet, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so it's kind of a risky time to be going in here. 15-minute chart, still looking pretty bearish, but we are kind of getting oversold here, at least in the 15. 4-hour, getting really oversold here. Daily right now, we're just now starting to flip back over, and you're seeing a red mark there. So, not the best circumstances for sure. But if you're looking to buy stuff, typically I'm looking to buy just things around the support levels here generally. We've been talking a lot about meme coins recently, especially because yesterday was Meme Coin Monday, but you go over here to Coin Market Cap. We've been looking for some of those tokens on the, what did we call them? The Tron. Oh, they even got political memes in here too. Oh, where's the Tron? Tap to earn, no. Solana memes. Tezos, no. Near protocol. We saw this yesterday. Where did it go? It said, Tron ecosystem or something like that. Maybe I just gotta go slow. Those Toncoin. My brain might be kind of broken today. Supercoin, Blue Dozilla. Yeah, I don't know. Internet computers, Terra. This Polygon ecosystem, because we were looking at a few different tokens yesterday off of it. Cat themed, OKX Ventures play. There it is, Tron ecosystem. Damn, I'm guessing it went down kind of hard after this today. That's what must have happened. Yeah, so we got things like Sundog or Sundog right here. So, oh, actually, Sundog's only down about 2%. That's actually not that bad for having a really rough day. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean, you can see all these tokens down here. Some of them are having a really bad day. They're really low market cap ones, like 20, where it's like a self-reported market cap. Those are up a little bit here, but again, that's kind of more of a risky trade for some people out there, so be careful. Yeah, we'll have to keep track of some of those there. All right. I saw this earlier and it gave me a little bit of a chuckle here. Let me take a sip of tea while I do. Yeah, $65,000 really fucked us over. I know that was the target that I was talking about a few days ago, but I was really hoping that we'd break through it or something. Break through it. But that momentum really died off. Yeah. So hopefully you guys didn't get crushed too much there. Mostly everything else I'm seeing is not much else here. This is from the 24th. There we go. Bitcoin's crashing. Altcoin Daily. They're doing their thing. I'm sure there's some drama behind this, but we'll survive here. We've been doing it for a while. You can see Bitcoin pretty much still going sideways here. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. It helps the algorithm. If you guys didn't know, there's a lot of like crypto channels being like canceled right now or like taken down by YouTube. So like the more followers I have, the kind of safer I think I feel, to be honest. And so it just kind of feels nice to have that working for me as well. So if you guys can support, I'd appreciate it a lot. I really don't know why YouTube's taking so many channels down. It makes me be a little bit more afraid, but this is why I typically stick to the more boring stuff like technicals, when to buy, when to sell type stuff. It's usually just a little bit easier for my my simple mind to stay out of the other lanes for the most part. September is actually typically a bad month for crypto. I'm hoping we fix it a little bit because we're dealing with rate cuts. If you want to think of like when Bitcoin can really start chugging along, it'll probably be October once those rate cuts start to be absorbed a little bit more. But remember, the stock market's going to be going through a full rotation. So like, you know, I own some stocks in the banks right now because typically banks are pretty good for the stock market, or with low interest rates, excuse me, with high interest rates. So I'm pretty much thinking of, hey, there's going to be some low interest rates. Banks aren't going to be making as much money. I should probably move some of my money out of the banks and I should rotate them into things that I think are going to be doing good. I'm moving a little bit more into real estate to kind of see what happens there. I'm expecting a lot more refinances to happen across the real estate sector here because nobody wants to be paying those 7% rates right now. Oh, man. Hey, Mike, how quickly could you work $200 up to 2K aggressively? It really depends on what the market's giving me. I mean, I could probably do it within a couple of days. I could probably do it within a couple of weeks if the market's kind of more choppy. But I typically like to keep most of my powder dry until I see everything aligning. Right now, when I'm doing trades, like I just opened up that long with you guys a few minutes ago, that's a $500 25x long. It's not really too much. And I'm risking 1% down, which is 25% at $500, which again, isn't too much. So like 125 bucks. Those types of trades are what I prefer to do in these types of like very volatile markets where we're just not entirely sure if we're going to get pummeled or not. My stop loss is literally at 58,003. My target price is 60,000 here. You know, and you can see this is not an easy battle right now. Bulls are still trying to pop this up a little bit. Bears are still trying to push this down. There's no winner just yet. Although you could see over the past half an hour or so, whatever, Bears have been whipping the Bulls' ass. But yeah, it really depends on what the charts are looking like. So if I was trading options, I might be able to do that probably within a week if I'm being safe. And by safe just means I have proper risk management, which is something you would typically have. If I went gung-ho and got lucky, it could literally be within a few hours. I don't do too many of those gung-ho lucky trades. Maybe if I was day trading SPY options and I was... That might be risky because, yeah, $200 isn't enough when you're talking about the premium options. But when it comes to leverage, yeah, you could probably do it within about a week to 2 weeks if you really know what you're doing. If you really go all out, like the whole day you're trading, you can probably do it within 24 hours. Again, though, you know, that's something that's going to be a little more risky there. Everyone taking profits before the holiday? No, this is way too early for this, Harrison. Happy to see you back, man. Whale selling a bunch to lower price will be forever. Everyone who is long in Bitcoin, and those people hopefully will come back in with new money while the whales also bought the dip, I think. I mean, the last time we had this crazy dip just a couple weeks ago, Wall Street was the one that was buying it up and going crazy here, right? That's what we were looking at. It was absurd. I would not be surprised if we go down here over the next few days and we start to see Bitcoin news around, hey, you know, Wall Street's buying the dip. They're getting more Bitcoin here. I wouldn't be surprised because they know it's going to go up eventually, and they just want to get the best price for it. They're not trying to be too stingy here. All right, a lot of expectations, a lot of nasty stuff. Here's a long Bitcoin 4-hour. Bitcoin is testing support at 61,000, expected to rebound bullishly. Well, we did not bounce off of 61,600. Unfortunately, oh my God, we did not. Yeah, we did not bounce off of that. That's why you guys have to be really aware of what momentum is. Momentum is crazy for this type of stuff. But I mean, he was only looking at it to go from what, 61,005 to 62,000. 61. Oh no, it just can't. Yeah, there was no rebound there whatsoever at all. There was a fib level there. I mean, but usually you're not really trying to buy off of this fib level. The red is usually the most risky because that's the first domino to fall. You know, you want to buy second, third. Down here is kind of the best one if you ask me. But it depends on if you're trying to do something more of a swing trade, hold it for a while, or if you're just looking for something of the short term here. Right now, you're seeing a little bit of momentum. You're seeing that higher low build up. I like what I see there. My trade right now is up. We're up a nice 7% so far. For a scalp, I guess I'll take it. I mean, yeah, it's only a small position. I got, how much money do I got in this account right now? Little over 10,000. So I think it's worth a little bit of a scalp. You can kind of see the target price and stop loss right here. And we're up 12%, 13%. Bitcoin's making a push. Now, I don't know if we're going to get back up to 60,000. I would expect some type of wall there, but because we just dipped, maybe we can kind of pop up a little bit more. 60,000 is a little bit more aggressive than I want to do, but I'm hoping that if I just hold on long enough, it'll be fine. And then perhaps if we find another low here over the next half an hour or something, I can put that, I can move the stop loss up and lock in profit no matter what happens. Yeah. See, this is where I'm a little bit different than most traders. I typically don't care too much about the final price target here. I'm more of the mindset of like, hey, I bought over here. It's currently up here. I'm up like whatever that percentage was, 11% now. You know, should I start to sell over here? Yada, yada, yada. Now I don't think it's too concerning because if I lose money off of this, it'll be around $100, which it's $100. Don't you think of $100 as not a lot of money? You should cherish that $100. But I think for now, I'm just going to keep the trade open because I typically sell too early, as you guys know, way too early. But I like to make money. I like to have that money, you know, be with me. You got the 1 minute here, maybe looking at some type of golden cross happening. The 5 minute is far away from that for sure. Yeah, the 5 minutes far. And the 15 minute over here hasn't even come close. You guys know how I love to buy the breakout above the 15 minute moving average. The 20 moving average and the 15 minute chart, excuse me. We're just not there right now. I'm hoping for something of a little bit of a bounce. Oh, that's kind of an extreme bounce in the 15, isn't it? And you know what? I got 2 cigars over here. I need to light up my cigars too. 59.168, 59.193. Back down. It isn't accurate at all because of all the volatility here. We'll keep a watch out for it. Hopefully we find a nice little bottom here and we'll be able to slowly trickle back up here. If you guys are looking for something more aggressive right now and you guys do want to buy, I would say more for a day trade, of course. Bitcoin's probably not going to be the most volatile thing, but again, it's kind of something a little bit more safe. Ethereum is something you could trade as well. Milady, Floki, you know, the very volatile ones that everybody gets a little bit more scared of. There's also going to be some of those opportunities too. All right. Better hope that Nvidia doesn't shit the bed tomorrow. This is why I don't like Nvidia right now, because Nvidia is pretty much propping up the entire market, just like how Japan is propping up the world economy. Yeah, let's hope it's not too bad. Actually, if you go over to CNBC, I think that's all they're talking about right now. No, that's NFL owners voting for private equity. No, I don't care about private equity. There we go. Nvidia has become the world's most important stock, adding pressure to upcoming earnings report. What the heck? Yeah, there. I ain't paying for your shit. But yeah, there you go. The chipmaker has been the primary beneficiary of the AI boom and is poised to report a fourth straight quarter of triple-digit revenue growth. When that growth shifts, oh, it's going to be rough. And again, people, you guys have to understand when it comes to the stock market, there's so much more money infused in there these days because we just printed so much out that you guys have to be ready for stocks to also have really bad days like Bitcoin. So there are days where I could see Nvidia having a minus 15% day, a minus 10% day over the next year or so, and things get really, really bad as the growth kind of slows down. But it's not just for them, it's for any stock out there that is like in the big tech stocks. They can all fall down very, very quickly, and it could be very, very scary. So just as you guys a little bit of a heads up there. And look at that 4-hour chart here. Yeah. Oh, it was looking so good until, yeah, gave up so fast. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart just so we can see what's going on, because it's still trying to make a move. Is JumpX KYC? No, you do not have to do KYC to hop on to JumpX there. You do not have to do that, thank God. And it's also available in the United States, so that's why I like it. And on top of that, so I'm not gonna try to push them out too much here, but what I did, usually when I sign up with exchanges, I try to make my affiliate deals a little bit different than the other influencers out there. So what I did for the first month is if you guys sign up with JumpX and you guys deposit like $100 in there, it's just 100. But again, it's 100, right? Basically what it does is if you guys are trading, at the end of the day, you know you do fees when you trade leverage. 10% of all the fees that you incur throughout the day will be given back to you in your spot account. And so as long as you sign up within the first like 30 days, which is like it's 29 more days now, basically for as long as you use the exchange, you're always gonna get that 10% back every single day. And that 10% comes out of my pocket because basically I'd be getting that 10%, but I structured it in a way for the people that follow me, you get that 10% back in perpetuity. So like forever, basically. So if you guys want to take advantage of it, definitely do it. If you guys are maybe curious and you guys don't want to move money over there, well, just like lock in that 10% discount, because pretty soon they're going to start going to a lot of other influencers out there, and they're not going to have the need to feel like they need to do all the extra stuff, if that makes sense. It's kind of like when I first started working with KuCoin back in the day in BitGet. They were very helpful with giving me stuff to give to you guys, promotional stuff and little quirks that makes your life a little bit easier. Now that they're larger, they don't even offer that stuff anymore. They're like, oh, we don't have to. We got such a big user base. So, you know, I want you guys to be able to use that because, again, it's exchanges. We don't really pay too much attention to the fees. We should, but I want you guys to get the best price out there because I assume your portfolio is going to grow, and the more your portfolio grows, the more money you're going to be spending, basically. All right, Bitcoin's trying to make a rally here. I'm pretty happy with my long so far. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's 7% up. We'll see how this lasts here. We're only up 36 bucks, but we're trying to catch a falling knife here, and catching a falling knife can be a it can be a fun time. It can be a stressful time. I'm making sure that today it's going to be a fun time. Fun time. Still jet lagged, my friend. Glad to see you are well and happy. Hey, Vegas Nick, happy to see you back, my man. What 2 cigars you got there? So today, while we're kind of watching this off, I got your typical Padron. This is like a $10 steak, something like that. I got this back at my lounge over here. And then I got this one over in Philadelphia. I can get this in many places, but I like it. It's 1964 Padrones, and not basically another Padron here. But it has a good size to it, so I'm pretty happy with it. And hey, Walter, happy to see you back, man. Let me do a little bit of a recap before I start opening up these cigars here, because it has been something more of an interesting day, week, and stuff like that. And hey, Wilder, we don't know exactly the news that's causing this to come down. We were scrolling down a little bit more earlier, and I just haven't seen it. Like, most of this stuff is from like 23 hours ago, from the 21st, from the 21st. There's not much breaking news here. This is one of my quibs with X, as you guys know. But an hour ago, imagine paying 45% for Bitcoin bag. That's Harris's, capital gains tax. If that goes into effect, I will never move back to the United States. I just tell you that now. I will live abroad forever. There's like no news right now. Donald Trump releases new Trump trading card NFTs. There's no big thing from Watcher Guru saying something happened, right? I'm not seeing anything like that right now. I'm seeing a liquidation. NASDAQ seeks SEC approval to start trading Bitcoin options. Again, that's really good. That's really crazy. But there's been like no news really at all. We're just seeing Bitcoin fall. This is large accounts selling off. This is not your normal retail. Retail is being liquidated for sure. And then the last thing, Wilder, is that I went long here on a little bit of a day trade. And we're kind of just keeping track of it right now to see how it goes. I'm trying to play around and catch a falling knife. It's not something I recommend. It's just something I'm doing. Now, as we kind of zoom out here, I just want to give you guys, that since people are joining in, just a little bit of an update about what exactly is happening. And probably for this one, let's just go up and do the day trading setup. Because I want you guys to remember something here, and this is the last time I say it for today, I promise. But as long as everything here remains bearish, a lot of these daily moves are going to be quite short. Last night when we were talking about this is kind of a shorter's market, it still looks bearish on these weekly charts. And until that changes, it's going to be very hard for us to really get some excitement around Bitcoin. We had a little bit here, but that's because we went, we crashed down to 49,000, then we spiked back up here to 65. That is a massive move right there, right? We're cooling back off, and hopefully we're going to wiggle around a little bit and have that larger move. Now, daily chart, we're back to being bearish here, of course. That's no fun. Oh, that's the 12-day chart, excuse me. daily chart, oh, we're not back to being bearish just yet. We're going to be bearish probably by the end of Wednesday or Thursday. You know, this could definitely mean that we're probably going to be moving down a little bit more. If we're lucky, because whales caused this move, maybe they can cause the next one we kind of bump back up a little bit more. But you can see that momentum shifting. The 4 hour right here, I know we talked about it last night, but when we talked about it right here. It wasn't never able to get back on top, so most of you guys are most of you guys probably took shorts on this one. But the surprising move, I think, was just how fast it dropped and how hard it dropped. So right now, baby steps, waiting to see what happens if we can hit 60,000. I mean, we're like 500 bucks away from it, so I mean, you know, if we're lucky. But you might see some resistance at 59,963. Yeah, this will be an interesting to kind of watch here. I just buy dips and hold till I see the number that I like. A lot of people do that. A lot of people over leverage when they do that, so they don't do it anymore. But if you don't do too high of a leverage, it's actually a really good strategy. I see a lot of copy traders doing that actually. What they'll do is they'll buy a Bitcoin or they'll buy Ethereum and they'll have like a 5x leverage. And as long as the asset doesn't go down more than 20%, they're usually fine. Sometimes it does, but most times it doesn't. And then whenever it bounces back up, they just sell and they take the profit. It's kind of like a longer term just wait, because you understand the overall trend of Bitcoin the last few, like a year or so has been going up. So eventually it should go back up. I just like to wait for everything to kind of pop, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm riding this wave to the moon here. All right, let me just do a small trend line here, just where our level of resistance is going to be. Well, not even that, just where my price target is right now, because we're trying to make a move up there. All right, now let me light this cigar up. I got my ashtray over there. Let me move this over. I should probably just have my ashtray a little bit closer over to me. There we go. All right, got the little cutter. Watching Bitcoin's price action. I won't say cigars are fancy, but they do relax me a little bit more. And this is definitely going to be something of a longer stream today. I'm probably not going to be off of this until for another 2-3 hours at this point, because we really want to see if this stabilizes, and we're going to see how some of our trades are doing as well. XRP is about to pop. We can take a quick peek at that as well. Yeah, you're seeing that little bit of a dip and rip here after finding that bottom. That is similar. It almost looks like the 1 minute chart we saw with Bitcoin here. Almost a little bit of a double bottom here. Maybe if it breaks at above 56.5, you could start to see it heading back up here for a little bit of a scalp at 56.73. That's definitely something of a scalp though. I'd feel much better for a lot of these altcoins here. Like this is XRP, but let's go over to Bitcoin Cash, Chiliz, AVAX, Comp. A lot of them have pretty similar looking charts here. DOT, Dogelon, Mars, Engine, EOS. You see the same thing, right? Even Matic over here. They're pretty much the same, even if they're different percentage wise. It'd make me a little bit better if we can start to see momentum shifting a little bit more. So we're seeing the 5 minute chart here start to turn bullish as far as momentum is concerned. The 15 right here is still bearish, but there's an opportunity. And of course the 30 minute, everything like that, it's still bearish. It's, you know, a daily's still okay, but you know, mostly everything except for the daily is bearish right now. So I'm gonna give it some time. I'm not gonna be too gung-ho about this. I'm liking how we're moving. As far as the day trade, it's up 19%, up about $93 so far. I'm okay with it, you know. For holding this for all of like a half an hour, making $100 a half an hour, I could end the trade right here and be happy with myself. But I'm a risk taker right now. I feel more emboldened, or I make more. I have less risk management in myself when I'm live streaming with you guys, because part of it is just having a good time and having some fun. I'm not trying to be a crypto face over there, and if you guys haven't watched this channel, give them a check out. If you ever want to see like $100,000 being lost and made in like a matter of minutes, that's the guy to follow. He's great. I'm just trying to see and, you know, do some of these slower trades. Oh, look, 59K again. Yeah, there we go. And hey, Arab Money, we don't know just yet. It looks like larger accounts are selling. There's no actual news around it. If there was, Watcher Guru would have it, or any of the other larger accounts on Twitter. There's no updates there. No updates. Oh, I guess the update is it's whales. It's whales unloading large amounts of Bitcoin. Let me say it like that. You're already doing some Ethereum options? There you go. But now the NASDAQ wants to do them, which I feel like opens up a lot more money, and I believe will make Bitcoin maybe a little bit more volatile, and I think we want some volatility. And hey, Tyler, whales right there. Sun on fire? Oh, what's that? I bought Bitcoin with 28% profit from Jebb at 60,100, so I'm still happy even though I'm 50% down on the portfolio. That's the rough part right now. It's basically just waiting and waiting and waiting. It was just hurting my whole portfolio because I got too much soon and didn't take a break over even this weekend. Let's see. Well, hopefully you're not over leveraged and you should be okay. I mean, things right now are trying to bounce back up a little bit. Bitcoin's no longer down about 7%. Now we're down about 5.4%. You're seeing a little bit of breath here, just a tad. And afterwards, give it a little bit more time before you buy. And I'm kind of being patient here. All I'm doing is I bought a little bit of a day trade over here, and I'm just trying to, you know, bounce off the support. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun here. Fun and make money. I shouldn't say so much like it's having a fun time, but making money is usually a pretty fun thing. All right, so here we go. Get the cigar out. Right now, the price target I'm looking for is just around 60,000. I should drop it a little bit below 60,000, but I think for now I'm just gonna leave it there. Ooh, it's aged nicely. All right, there we go. I haven't smoked a cigar in a little bit here, guys. Let's go back over to the 1 minute chart. I mean, we're getting closer to the price target. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there, right? But let me see if I can do this for you guys very fast. Does this show you guys anything more here? Basically, those kind of like crushed down, maybe. I don't know. I don't like it as much. Oh, you know why? Because I had to squish and the tabs out and the bottom of my thing out. That's exactly what it is. Well, you can see we're up 21%, 21.72% or something like that. We're making our moves here slowly but surely. We broke $100 profit, up 22% now. So Bitcoin is making a little bit of a rebound. Again, this is a day trade though. This is more of a scalp, I would say. No leverage. Oh, there you go, Woody. Yeah, you're much better off with no leverage there. You're old and crusty tough. Sounds like my old Ford. What do you call them? At least we're seeing Bitcoin come back up though, but we really need to see this having something more of a robust move, or it's going to die off before it hits 60,000 bucks. I really want to see this continue on for a little bit longer. 5 minutes showing a little bit of life, but usually when the 5 shows a little bit of life is when you start to get a little bit more choppy. So you can kind of see how we were bearish, see how we kind of eventually gave it back up. I think we're on a time limit here, a little bit more of a time limit. Yeah, because that just looks so much further. But we'll see, we'll see. Because what could be going on with a lot of traders at this point in time is, if you guys recall what happened a while ago here, we can get rid of that for now, it's fine. You can recall how fast we recovered off of this, and maybe people are trying to buy right here thinking that, hey, we're going to have a pretty strong recovery. I don't think we will, but you know what? We're keeping an eye on this stuff for a reason here, right? We're up to 59,525, up 23%, 22% still. I can live with that. See, my instincts are telling me to sell right now, but I'm trying to just hold and see what happens. All right, now we're done with NVIDIA. Is there any actual crypto news here today as far as CNBC is concerned? I might just go over to CoinDesk. $2% of my cost basis is in the learning fees, getting my 30-day volume up to discount tiers on Coinbase. It matters. Like literally, that's one of the things I got for you guys with JumpX. If you guys use my JumpX account, you guys get automatically moved up to VIP level 3 forever. I try to get you some good deals when you sign up for my stuff. Again, Coinbase is one of those companies that's so big that they won't allow me to get those types of discounts for you guys. But you know, Coinbase, they're raking in the money, right? See, right? I'm looking at news right here. Bitcoin slides below 62,000. consolidation drags on, but traders eye parabolic rally. Possible parabolic rally. That's possible right there. Possible. So let me just read the article here. So Bitcoin tumbled below 62,000 during the U.S. morning trading Tuesday as the crypto market halted its bounce from early August lows. The largest crypto fell as low as 61,500. So this is even old news for us right now. Now down more than 5% since its swift rally to 65,000 following the Federal Reserve Chair Powell's dovish speech at Jackson Hole on Friday. It's down 3% through the past 24 hours. The weak action spread to the wider market with the broad-based Coin 20 index down 2.8% during the same period. Ethereum continued to its losing streak against Bitcoin, falling more than 5% below 2,600 and dragging the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio to its lowest level in more than 3 years. That's good, I guess, a little bit more for Bitcoin dominance and stuff. See, I knew we were going to have a little more of a hump. See, now it's going to probably end up being something of a larger dip and rip, and I won't be able to sell this until like an hour or something. That's okay. I like how I've been looking at charts so much that I feel like I know what happens, because most of the time I'm mostly locked in when it comes to crashes and stuff. But you never know. We could have a nice, pretty big whale hat hitting here pretty soon. Yeah, we still need that 15 to cross back over a little bit more. But again, we're fine here. We're still good. Did I sell in the fall? Yes, I was stopped out on the fall. So I have a Telegram channel down below if you guys ever want to see kind of more rapid updates. YouTube doesn't really promote them all too much. But basically the trade I did over the last few days was I bought a little bit of Bitcoin back around here. And I bought some Bitcoin back over here like on the 13th. So over here. All right. And then I sold some of it over here. I sold some of it over here. And I got stopped out and I sold the rest of it right here. So I got a decent profit. It was about, wow, what was this? 3%. 2.5. So it was like 55% profit there. This one was going to be about 6%. Let's just say 5.5. So 5 times 25, like 125% there. Yeah. And this one was back over here towards that initial 3% basically. But I got stopped out, which really sucked. So, because I was hoping that Bitcoin was going to break out above 65,000, because we tried not once, we tried twice, and it really just didn't come in. Because typically the way I like to trade is I like to buy these types of moves right here, and I like to wait for them to have those larger, like, 4 or 5 day 6 runs. But we just didn't have it this time. I mean, I guess luckily I got in a little bit earlier once momentum started to shift back over here with the MACD, stochastic, and RSI. But I wanted us to go a little bit higher. I was hoping we might get up towards like 67, 68,000 bucks, and that was going to be my ultimate selling goal there. So although it didn't happen, because of whales and their mischievous ways, I was still hoping for more than what we got. So I was a little bit wrong there. Back over here to the 5 very fast. There we are. You think they're preparing for the NVIDIA earnings? Man, those NVIDIA earnings are just going to be a shit show no matter what happens, though, because the volatility off of that is going to crush longs, or it's going to crush the bears one way or the other. It's just going to be a rough time for everybody. Like, let me see. Let's see what sectors are having a bad day. Digitalization is down a lot. DeFi is down. Smart contract platform. Computing's okay. Culture is okay. And currency is okay. These fucking massive ads they have drive me nuts. Let's see. TON down 4%, 14%. Yeah, we know about that. Maybe Bitcoin Magazine will have something, maybe? Lava Loans Protocol. Okay, that's not what I care about. But an untold story of Bitcoin. Oh, see, this is. I might move to Thailand over Panama. I just might. Thailand's calling to me. How do I get Loki over there? How do I get Loki anywhere? How do I get him anywhere? Bitcoin's BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF saw the highest inflow in over a month. That's 13 hours ago. Yeah, there's just it's just larger accounts offloading their Bitcoin and such. It's a pain in the ass. And hey, the real MFer, happy to see my man. I'm smoking a Padron 1964. It is a very good smoke here. It is beautiful. I need to back up from the camera though. I know I set the camera to do something like this, but when I'm looking intensely at the charts here, and it makes me kind of appear like my head's just not doing much. So what I'm hoping for right now, guys, I know I talked about like I should sell right there. I knew it at the time, but something more like that, okay? It may even take a little bit more of a dip to make that move, but that's the ultimate goal for Bitcoin right now. So I think the longer we go sideways here, the more optimistic traders are going to be for those day traders that want to hold for more than a few hours, and they're going to start hopping in here to try to push Bitcoin probably back up to, I mean, let's see how much further we have to go here. Probably back up towards 61,000 would be their goal, because you can kind of see that level of resistance we have over here, right? Just extend it over a little bit. That's around 62,000. Typically, we don't hit this level back up. We come somewhat close, and I think 61,000 is going to be a decent enough level for these people to try to bounce back off. This will take hours and hours and hours because we still have this horrible looking chart in our face right now, but aggressive day traders are going to be taking that opportunity right here. And what I want to do also is I want to keep on pulling up Market Cipher here, because we're looking at Market Cipher. We're looking at some of the tools from Lux Algo. There we go. How's the 5 looking? So it hasn't given you a day trading buy here yet for Market Cipher. Anything else? It gave you a couple ideas back over here, but I don't typically use this on the 5 because again, it's like buy signal there, buy, sell. It's too close. 15 to give you a buy signal just a few minutes ago, maybe about a half an hour ago. Oh no, yeah, a little 40 minutes ago. So there's something working there. Money flow still bad. 30 minutes bad. 1 out. Yeah, nothing is really positive. So look at this, man. We're doing some dangerous plays right now. There we are. Okay. All right. Sorry, I might have missed some of you guys' comments. If you guys want me to check out a specific token, let me know and I'll take a look at it. Does JumpX allow US leverage? Yes, it does. If you go over here to JumpX, doo. Futures. Oh, you guys can't see it, but yeah, you can go up to 125x leverage right there. There you go. It's not the 200% leverage or 200x leverage. I don't know why many people would actually need 200x leverage there, but it's the way of the world here. What is this at right now? 14%. Do I want to sell and get it over with right now, or do I want to wait? I think do I want to wait? I don't want to wait. No, I'm gonna sell this, and the main reason is, what's the price? 282, 250. There we go. And the main reason is this isn't my main account. This is a copy trading account. So I'm pretty sure this is going to start showing up as me and my wins and losses and stuff. So I'd rather walk away with a win than a loss here. I'm going to have to move some money over into my futures account over here because assets. Yeah, because I haven't done any futures trades. How do I do this? Dashboard. Yeah, so I need to move some money over there, and I think that'd be fine. Yeah, should be good. Okay, we'll keep this open in case I want to make another trade though. I forgot now there's gonna be like a record again. Ugh. Asked it out a little before. There we go. It's the Trump suppression team counting the release of the card. What do you call Mark Zuckerberg today talking about the censorship was crazy? I think it did last night, but the news kind of went all viral today. The Floki please 4 hour. So Floki is a little bit more interesting right now because it's not having the same catastrophic day, and that's because Floki broke out a few days ago. Why is this slow? Okay, there we go. So you see the weekly chart right here? We were in the process of breaking out before today, and now we're just trying to hold on to that support. If we break this trend line back again, basically, it's not going to be a fun time. Let's just say that now. The daily chart, you can see the breakout happened on the daily, not on the weekly. Still powerful, but not as powerful, of course. And you can see we've been testing this support level pretty much for the last 3-4 days. Today was supposed to be the day it was going to have a nice breakout. Go to that 1 hour chart. Look at that. We were just starting to get our stride, then all of a sudden, boom, got knocked back down. And of course, the most recent drop, it's been having a little bit more of a nasty effect. Daily chart still remains overall bullish. Bitcoin is probably going to drag this back down here, probably back down to support levels around 1369, it looks like. Right around here, back with this change of character sign is popping back up. I don't know why there's this wall here that's a little bit stronger than other tokens for the most part, but you can see if we break down, I think for at least for this 4 hour candle, which ends in 48 minutes, probably the next one, probably around 14,460. That's probably going to lead you back down here to this order block around the 1378 level. How's the weekly look on this one again, though? Yeah, I mean, this was ready to have a beautiful pop, and it, like, the traders around Floki knew it as well, which is why you're not seeing it really go down a lot today. How's the 30-minute looking? Definitely here to Floki. How's the money flow? Money flow on the 3 hour is still good. 1 hour is still good. Just gotta buy some on the 15 too, but yeah, maybe it comes back down here to that support level. We can actually see some of those bars were there, but really back down to 1368 it looks like, or 1368.4, just around that area though. 4 hour chart specifically. Yeah, you're definitely seeing that weakness right now, though. There you go. Oh, all of a sudden, Bitcoin's coming back down as well. Let's see if we're going to have that dip and rip effect as well. I'm saying as well too much here, guys. Must be the cigar. Market Cypher is a great tool if you know how to use it properly. I am still getting used to trying out Market Cypher, to be honest, so you know, met the owner, chill guy, actually very fucking chill. But he let me get access to it, and I'm definitely trying it out right now, and I'm enjoying using it so far. I'm basically watching all the tutorials because I'm gonna make videos on how to use it myself here because I like making tutorial videos, and so far it's been pretty good. I don't like using it really much for scalping, to be honest. I just don't know how to use it there just yet. But I would say for these 20 to 30 hour trades that I've been promoting over the past few months, during this Bitcoin malaise, if you will, that they've been very good for that. They've been very good. Lots of articles about a cup and handle in progress. Is that something possible? I don't see that happening right now unless there's a different type of time frame happening, like maybe a weekly chart when you're looking at something like this, right? It's not really my cup of tea as far as thinking about this as a cup and handle. I really focus on this overall breakout right here. So when you have that breakout, same type of concept though. Yeah, I'm gonna be going long during that one. Once we break out above this big old breakout level of 72,359, you're gonna see momentum back on track, and it'll be beautiful. When we have momentum on track for Bitcoin on the weekly chart, look at this. Breakout there, breaking out above the Fibonacci level, bullish sign there, bullish sign there. I mean, we can really go for a roller coaster right here. On the other side, when everything is bearish, you know, let's just be happy we're not falling off of a freaking cliff back to 30,000 bucks at this point. Because, you know, when I see some of these moves, like this is the first one we got bullish, 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 all that stuff. We got the first change of character right here, so that was your first big signal as far as momentum has shifted, plus a change of character. So there's some price action behind that move. You buy, you kind of ride the wave up, and it keeps on going up until you hit that Fibonacci level, right? I think one of the best blessings we have for this cycle is that we have a Fibonacci level that's actually working out very, very well. One, 2, 3. 4 is at $104,000. 5 is at $175,000. And 6, we'll see. There's some crazy theories on CNBC, right? Up here, we also have 342,000. That'd be the price target normally. I don't know if we're making that in 2024 or in 2025, but we have seen some really crazy stuff happen before, so I'm not going to rule it out. But my scale out plan for Bitcoin does not really have a plan if we hit 330,000. I'll be mostly out of the majority of my assets at that point. And again, I typically will sell too early. That is my biggest fault, but I'm still that guy walking away with a bunch of cash after each market, which I really enjoy. I just may not be walking out with as much cash as somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm not the top dog. I'm just a dog that's living around. Thailand is nice, but the flight is like 24 hours from Vegas, and it's hot every day and humid. It rains for about an hour every day. People get super friendly. Oh yeah, trust me. I know. But like, part of me just cheaper cost of living, relaxing, enjoying myself out there, not having to worry about politics or economics, nothing like that. I just kind of chill out, hold my Bitcoin, and kind of just relax a little bit. And you know what? You know, I have cleaning ladies, I have gardeners here, but like, it'd be nice to have a live-in maid that just cooks all my meals and stuff like that. That's not going to cost like 70,000 bucks over here. It's those little things in life. It's those little things. Oh yeah, Vegas Nick. Yeah, those medical forms. Yeah, he has a puppy passport now. Have I noticed how Weeks fees are much better than the Blowfin and CoinW for scalping? I have not. I'll have to check that out actually. I'm also sponsored by Weeks and not CoinW anymore. Weeks and what was it? Blowfin. So if you guys want to sign up for those exchanges, there's also goodies in it for you as well. It's so cheap over there for us. Oh yeah. Vegas prices are insane. I took my friend to a steakhouse. It was like 300 bucks. You know what I mean? And that's without drinks. Drinks, it took like 500 bucks. What happened? I closed a short position at 62.7 and then it went to sleep. Yeah. So basically whales are selling off some Bitcoin right now and it's definitely having an effect. Here, I gotta give Loki a treat, everybody. Sorry for the quick interruption. If I can get one over here. Ooh, ow. A treat for the doggo. Excuse me. See the reluctance to get down. Oh, good boy. Yeah, good. Yeah. So there's Loki. He came over, put his head on my lap, and he's like, "Hey, we gotta talk about this treat situation here." And hey, Ralpho, thanks for subscribing, guys. And hey, Game Spas and Mashu, I appreciate you guys subscribing. I like when you guys subscribe because it does this new little banner thing right here. So I'm making little improvements here as time goes on. And hey, Ken, no, so right now all of it's moving over to JumpX. So Fairdesk is literally becoming JumpX over the next few weeks, and like I think it's like a month or something like that. So basically what I did is I'm now working for JumpX because Fairdesk is like literally merging into JumpX, which is kind of weird, but they're merging in there. You know how like you guys give me lots of feedback on the exchange and I kind of like tell them the feedback? They pretty much made the exchange based off of a lot of the feedback I gave you and a lot of the other people that worked with them gave back. So now Fairdesk or JumpX is a lot faster with buying and selling different things. There's copy trading on JumpX as well. And basically when you guys sign up using my JumpX link in the description right there, the easiest way to describe it is you become a VIP level, which means you pay less fees than the normal person that signs up with anybody else's link. And then let's say that you spend like, you're doing a lot of crazy trading, right? Let's say you have like $100 of trading fees at the end of the day. Well, basically you get 10% of that back. So $10 would go into your spot account that night, basically. And so you get that money back. You can put it into a separate pot to buy high risk tokens. You can put it back into your Bitcoin holdings, whatever, but you're getting 10% back, which you can just trade with, you can invest with it, you can do whatever you want with, but you can get that 10% back, and then you get that 10% back forever. So 5 years from now, if you're still trading on JumpX, assuming the government hasn't attacked it or something, you're still going to have that 10% coming back to you daily. And so I've already seen it with actually a couple people that sign up from there. Basically There's a guy on there right now that has like 500,000 bucks basically, and he's getting a lot of money back on that 10% there. So, but if you guys don't have $500,000, don't worry. You'll still get that 10% back there. Peru, I love Peru. Peru is very, very nice. And hey, dude, I appreciate that, my man. The whole market is teetering on Nvidia not dumping the indexes. Nvidia decides everything. Yeah. Oh man, I accidentally put this out. I'll be live for the Nvidia thing tomorrow. I'll be live for it. The only thing is, I might not be available to stream on Friday, and that's because I got invited to some YouTube event up there, and I don't know. I might just go. I'm gonna be live, but I'm gonna be live in the middle of the day, not the end of the day. So we'll see. Views on Ethereum. Hey, Arise. So right now, Ethereum is in a pretty similar situation with I'm talking too fast. Ethereum is in a similar situation as Bitcoin right now. It's already had a pretty large dump, and it's trying to find its footing and have something of a larger breakout. As far as Ethereum on the short-term charts right now, you're looking at it trying to get back up here towards about 2,500 to 2,550. Anything above that is going to be a little bit more risky. I think 2,500 is a good obstacle or a good price target for Ethereum right now. The daily chart, it's going to be just as bearish as everything else. We talked about this level of resistance. It just was never able to break above it. On top of that, we have the trend line there as well. There was a lot of resistance for Ethereum at 2,800. Now, that being said, because Bitcoin is still bearish, you would have to assume Ethereum is probably going to break down below this old support level down here. It might start with it breaking down below 2343 here over the next few days if it just cannot get a hold of itself. And then it might start pushing back down here to the lows of this candle, which happened to be around 2100 basically. Yeah, I mean, the momentum is just, nothing is going right for Ethereum right now. You know, Bitcoin, it's still kind of, you look at that chart, what is Bitcoin doing? It's pretty much going sideways. I know we're making new lows, sure, like it's lower lows, yes. But generally speaking, we are pretty much just going sideways. We're at the same price we were back over here February of 2024. February. Ethereum, similar types of moves here, don't get me wrong. But it's just that it had this big spike and we've kind of given up all this good spot, all this good stuff, right? This is still February basically. Now, this is also February, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, we're pretty much losing all that momentum, and Ethereum still is very bearish here. 4-hour chart. When did I mean, we had the momentum shift right here, and this was back at 1 p.m. on Sundays when momentum shifted on Ethereum. We had the change of character giving you a sell signal right here. That was at 5 a.m. today. Yeah, if you guys were not up at 5 o'clock in the morning today, you know, I can't blame you that we have another sell signal hitting us right here at 1 p.m. here. And we're going to see what happens after this 36 minutes is over for the new candle. But yeah, it's screaming sell, sell, sell at this point. It's not looking the best. We're hoping that Bitcoin can try to stave off its move right now and hold on to this support. And that can, in theory, keep Ethereum from falling down much more. But it looks like Bitcoin still wants to come back down here, probably even the $55,000 range, which would be just a little bit of a heartbreak, to be honest here. I'm hoping that, you know, we can probably try to hit 60,000 bucks, but that overall momentum is still forcing us down here. And I don't see that changing at least until September, perhaps, if we're lucky. Maybe October if things get really, really bad. And I would hate for that to be the case here. So, yeah. And hey, Runga, happy to see you, my man. And hey, Larry, so crazy. It used to be everyone was worried about Apple earnings. Yeah, Apple doesn't even matter anymore. It's all about Nvidia these days. But you know what? I think it's okay that we moved on from Apple. Heck, if Warren Buffett is moving off of Apple, I think it's okay for us to move off of Apple too, you know? Also, get ready for more short form content to be coming out here. I was talking with the editor guy, and we're going to try to make some Warren Buffett shorts, some like motivational shorts and stuff like that, which could be kind of fun. Need to reset. Everybody is in crypto now. Not everybody, but I'd definitely like to see more people involved. I'd like to see more money from Wall Street here. I want to see BlackRock get more involved, you know, Grayscale get more involved, all those mega institutions over there. But we don't have legislation. The moment we have legislation, you're going to see some really crazy things happen in the United States. Really cool things happening with the Web3 market, blockchain markets, all of it. Cryptocurrency, it all, everything. But it's not really something that can be passed during an election year, apparently. So we'll see. You got Trump courting crypto votes. Trump has obviously been doing a very good job with it. RFK, up until the point where he dropped out of the election, he was doing a very good job of it. I saw a lot of RFK's people at the events this year across, you know, Consensus, Bitcoin, Nashville. You saw them out there. You saw them trying to give support. So I applaud him for that. I would say RFK has had the best outreach so far. But again, that outreach may have moved over towards Donald Trump now because of RFK's endorsement. And then finally here, you have Kamala Harris, who is trying to change the narrative, but she hasn't been able to do a good job. But if you guys do want to hear what Kamala has to say, and I know some of you guys are gonna be like, oh my God, I don't want to hear what Kamala says. I get it. But let's see. Is this it right here? Yeah, this is it. So there is a Twitter called Crypto for Kamala. They only have 40 posts. It is an official Kamala thing, Twitter page, X page, if you will. And then it says Kamala Harris can balance regulation with innovation, ensuring the U.S. leads in crypto balancing regulation and innovation. They didn't spell innovation correctly. Innovation. Yeah, they're supposed to be in there. So maybe a little grammatical errors because it's so new and, you know, it's it's new. But they only have 50 followers. I'm not even following them. I'm going to follow them because I want to get the up-to-date news and whatnot about what she's talking about. But there it is. They're just going to post Democratic stuff here, so don't be too surprised. But every now and again, they have one of these things. A few, like August 6th, so this is a few weeks ago, I was watching this live with you guys. It was not good. It was absolutely terrible. But we watched to kind of get an idea of what they were talking about, and hopefully they can do better, because that was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. And you see what I should have held. I should have fucking held. But you know what? That's okay. I sold too early. Even though I told you guys the whole time, this whole 40 minutes, I should hold. I have a problem. I need to go to, like, what is it? AAA, AA? AA. Hey everyone's, my name is Michael. I sell too early and I don't take as much profit as I should. Oh man. Speaking of buffet, Berkshire hit 994. Oh, Buffett. Hit 994 billion market cap. Oh boy, I mean that's going crazy right there. And hey Tony, I mean, it depends on what I'm right about, but yeah, there's definitely some crazy things going on in the market right now and the stock market. If we hit 60,000 bucks, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Innovation, Apple has run its course. Yeah, I have the newest iPhone. I paid the money for the newest iPhone with the largest size and all the bells and whistles. And I have to tell you, it's just like my old iPhone. I don't really feel much going on here at all. The camera's kind of nicer a little bit. The swiping, you know, it's very smooth swiping. But now it's Type-C charger. There's not really a lot going for this new phone, so I felt kind of like disappointed in it. I don't think I'm gonna get another iPhone for like maybe 4 to 5 years. And to be honest, I might even start moving over to Samsung here soon enough. Originally, I did a lot of iPhones because my mom had an iPhone. I got my mom an iPhone. I got me an iPhone, so we can do a lot of FaceTiming with each other, right? So, you know, I always thought that was probably the best way to kind of keep in contact with her because it kind of livened up her day a little bit more, but you can actually, you know, see each other. But, you know what I mean? Like, it hasn't really been doing much. I haven't got an iPad in forever. I haven't got a Mac or something like that. I'm a Windows guy all through and through. I got my nice little Windows PC right there. I got my multiple monitors. Everything looks nice. I trade, I make my money, and I don't do it with many Apple products right there. But I do see the appeal that people have for them. I do understand why people like Apple. Their ecosystem itself is pretty nice. If you like to stay within the ecosystem, you know, if you want to have everything same, it's a great product. I hope that my meme coins drop harder so I can spam that buy button again. I mean, you're looking at some of these memes right now, and they are down a little bit here, 3, 4, 5%, but they're not really having these big crashes. Like, take a look at this. CoinMarketCap.com. Let's go over to the memes. Look at this. 6, 6, 5, 3, 1 with Floki. Floki's a special circumstance because the breakout. 7, 5, 6, 1 with dogs. You know, 7, 7, 11, 6. You know, it's not doing so terrible. And look what's happening today. Pepe Fork is up 9%. 8 Bitcoin. 8 Bitcoin. That's up 8%. Sundog, we were talking about Sundog. Yeah, I talked about buying Sundog yesterday. It's up 4%. Super Trump coin is up 1%. Sloth is up 1%. Paw is down a little bit. Cat with Hat is up 1.3. There's some stuff happening. On the other side, you know, Yawn is down 22. Nero Ethereum is down 20. Poo is down 18. Kendu is down 17. There's more tokens going down a lot today versus the tokens that are doing great. Let's just say that. So you do have a pick here, but I mean, look at some of these smaller market caps for sure. I'm at $18 million. You know, oh, I mean, yeah. Like I own some Turbo. That's at 242 million. Turbo was great just a few months ago. The market cap was soaring. Look at market cap here. We'll go to the last year. Market cap was all up here around 600 million. Now we're at 242 million. I mean, I'm pretty excited to buy more Turbo and things like that, but again, it's you know, you can buy a lot at some of these lower market caps. Want to take a bath? Yeah, stop trying to sneak over there. He's trying to sneak and steal treats and stuff. Does the cackle? Does she cackle? I need a trigger warning for Kamala. Cackle. No, so, okay. The only reason I watched this in the first place is because I thought Kamala was going to come on and say, give her crypto policy. But she's not giving any policy. So I don't know if we're ever going to hear from her before election day. And to be quite blunt, a lot of my voting for president of the United States of America isn't really doing much with foreign policy. It's not even too much to do about the economy because, you know, I can absorb inflation because I have a decent enough income, right? Everything that I'm mostly voting on for the most part is just crypto policy. What's going to make my life easier as somebody that holds a lot of Bitcoin, who likes to trade on exchanges that are not Coinbase and not not crypto.com, you know, where do I go? What do I do? Who do I want in the White House? That stuff. And Kamala has not done anything to make me like, oh wow, I have to vote for Kamala. I have to. And you know, it's just And so yeah, I would believe that if she became president at this point, I believe Gary Gensler, that hates Bitcoin, hate crypto, I think he would get a promotion to be the Treasury Secretary. And maybe we might have somebody that's not as hostile to crypto in there, but it would be nowhere near as nice of a person as maybe Donald Trump might put in there, right? We really, like, I would have loved to see Kamala Harris in Nashville when I went a few weeks ago. Back when we had Trump, we had RFK. Can you imagine if we just had all of them there? That would have been great for crypto. You know what I mean? It would have been fantastic. But ultimately, no, we do not have that there. Hey, Roy, look at the 3-month. 3-month for what? Bitcoin? Or actually, yeah, let me say ask what? 3-month for what? What are your thoughts about the Bitcoin dominance altcoin rallying coming? I think we still have a little bit more time where we're going to have to work through our Bitcoin dominance issues. I do see us having a pretty good altcoin rally before the end of the year. I'm thinking closer to October, November, December, and not really much in September, to be honest. It doesn't mean altcoins can't rally, but I don't think the dominance is going to be changing up all too much. Yeah, really until those interest rates, those cuts are really felt by the system here. Doge and Shiba are the only memes I will trade. They do real good. Oh yeah, for trading, oh, they're fantastic. Personally, I love to hold a little bit of Shiba Inu and just wait for it to explode, then sell. those explosions are absolutely fantastic. I hope someone addresses those hedge fund managers that pump and dump Bitcoin like JP Morgan. They're not gonna do it. If you know, all that type of stuff is in closed door meetings, you know what I mean? Like, here, hold on. Oops, actually, that's a bad thing. I'm talking more, not smoking. Good enough for now. So here's two stories, right? Okay. Drag. There you go. Okay. So here's from CoinDesk. Kamala Harris signals interest and friendlier stance on crypto from Bloomberg, right? Let's pause that very fast. And so this article will go on and talk about how she's talking with a bunch of CEOs in California, and that's her safe zone member. She's a senator from California originally. And she's trying to talk with them. The growing political clout of the crypto industry is among the stories of the 2024 presidential race, with first independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and then GOP's Donald Trump both promising highly friendly approaches towards regulation should they take office in 2025. Typically, Republicans are for less regulation, Democrats are for more. Kind of already understand this. So the industry generally has been displeased for what it sees as the highly unfriendly regulatory approach of the Biden administration. I mean, I would say we're more than just displeased. I would say we're pissed off, angry. You know what I mean? Like, you know. But here's the other story from Bloomberg as well. Kamala Harris's crypto stance is still a blank page. You know what I mean? Like, waiting on Kamala. So, it's no secret that the industry has been on the defensive under the Biden administration. Agencies like the SEC Commission have relentlessly been pursuing crypto businesses, suing exchanges Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken, along with a number of other companies. I mean, could you imagine if the SEC got rid of Coinbase? How hard it would be to just transfer money around from cash and so forth. It would be absolutely annoying and just a terrible time. So, again, anything that she can do to say, hey, I'm not trying to get rid of Binance. Binance is already gone. What are we talking about? You know, I'm not trying to get rid of Coinbase. I'm not trying to get rid of crypto.com. That type of stuff is going to do a lot better for everybody involved, right? It's going to make Bitcoin go up. It's going to make us a little bit more happier. Like, if Trump's elected, there's a chance that we could actually see Binance come back. Not Binance US, but Binance. You know what I mean? Like, there could be some really big moves. As of now, I say it's a toss-up. I don't know who's going to win, Kamala or Trump. I really have no idea. They might not even debate after all. So, you know, who knows? Who knows at this point? I hope someone addresses those. Oh, no, I talked about that. Is Doge dead? Doge is fat and slow right now? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's not dead at all. It's been moving sideways for a while now. I mean, look at that. There's a monthly chart of Dogecoin. It's been pretty much flat. Now, we've had some higher highs. We've had some higher lows. We're working on a good trend, so to speak. But we haven't really had the opportunity to break out just yet. And you look at some of the other tokens out there, like ADA. You know what I mean? ADA, similar situation right there. Except for, you know, ADA had that bad time. But Ape token, you know, Arbitrum. BNB is special. You know, maybe I wish it was something more like BNB. XRP still sideways here. Matic, which I really love last cycle. I mean, Matic, talk about this one. This one is this one looks like it wants to give up and just shrivel back up into like the low fives or something. So I'm really hoping this can hold strong. I've been seeing a lot of people buy Matic because they're really sure that we're going to hold this support level there. You know, I own some Matic. I don't know. I might just have to put a stop loss there and just be done with it if it does break down. I loved Matic during the 2021 cycle. It was fantastic. Come on, Bitcoin, hit the price target. Just hit the price target. That's all we really want from here now, is just to hit the price target, right? Only one dead is Sheeb. Yeah, Sheeb, the way you trade Sheeb, if you're trading it for the cycle, is not the same way for Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a lot more fun. Sheeb, all of the movement that Sheeb does during a bull market, it really happens within just a few weeks, and it just goes parabolic. And if you don't sell while it's going parabolic, it crashes before you know it. So it's very, very, very difficult to trade for new investors because they want that instant reward. And the instant reward doesn't necessarily come with Shiba Inu. You could see Bitcoin soaring for weeks, and then Shiba is just kind of like slowly going up. Then one day you wake up and Shiba is up like 20, 30%. Like, what the heck's going on? And it goes up another 10% day by day, and it's just going crazy. And then all of a sudden it's crashing 20% day by day. It's very difficult to get into Shiba if you don't know what you're doing, right? And you guys don't have to get into something you guys don't understand if you guys, if you want to be safe there. Like even just now, when we did this trade from over here to over here, that was a risky trade because, I could have been like, oh, I could have bought right there and whatnot. I used Fibonacci and a little bit of momentum off of that 1 minute chart basically, and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do here. Mostly because this Fibonacci was a little bit stronger than that Fibonacci, right? And now we're trying to see if Bitcoin can actually hit there. But I sold too early right around there. So again, I could have sold up here, I could have sold right there, made a little bit more money. And there's my downfall. It's been actually since I started trading, I want to say with you guys back in 2020, 2021, I've had the same issue. It's been 4 years. I've been trying to fix it, but I don't want to. And I think it's because I trade options, and options is about time. And if you don't do things properly, all the gains you got can be lost within a matter of minutes. And I think I'm just like, my brain is wired to just take the profit and run and don't worry about what happens next because making money is all that matters. Once you quit your job, like remember I had the Seattle job, once you lose your health insurance, once you lose all the benefits and stuff, you got to pay for all that shit yourself. So I'm like, damn, that's a good chunk of my, health insurance bill or something like that. Now it's a small trade, so it really wasn't, but you get the point there. And pick this up very fast. There we are. Okay. I have to say these 1964s are growing on me a little bit. Typically, I prefer the 1926s because they're aged for 5 years, but these ones, they're good. Ooh, this is still hot. Wow. Okay. I got one of myself. You know how they have those bottles for sale at the Pike Place Market? This is the bottle they sell at the original Pike Place. The first Starbucks store, even though it's really not the first Starbucks store. But yeah, we don't tell the locals that. Okay, there we are. How's WIF doing? Oh, see, WIF is not coming up at all right now. You're definitely seeing a few altcoins that are just not. My fucking God. Okay, so my neighbor's got cows. And they're just fucking mooing up a shitstorm right now. Yeah, kind of tells you where I live. My neighbor's got fucking cows. They're fucking loud. Moo. Oh yeah, they're fucking loud. Oh man, yeah, they're loud. Is the falling knife done falling? It feels like that right now, but that just means for the day. So basically, once this daily candle is over, we might pop up a little bit more for a daily wick, and then we could continue falling back down to the next Fibonacci level, which I think was around like $56,000, something like that. Let me poke this up for you very fast. So the order block is going to be right over here around 55,200. We also have a little bit of support right here around 56,000. So 56,000, then 55,000 basically, if you want to go from the middle point. But what I was looking at for my day trade was just your typical fibs. There was nothing fancy about it. All right. Don't buy that one because it's already breaking down off of that trend. Bought this one, played the rally up a little bit. It worked out. But you see another one matching up with this drop, another one matching up with the bottom of this order block, then one way down here at what, 52,000? But you could see this go back down below 56,000 to around 54,500 basically. If I was looking for a juicy buying opportunity, it'd be somewhere down here because I expect this to probably not like come crashing down. Let's hope not. But I would expect us to have something more of a dip and a little bit more of a sideways action because at the end of the day, that's all Bitcoin's been doing. So I know we got all these Fibonacci levels and stuff on here, but that's all we've been doing is sideways, 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 sideways. Eventually we might get squeezed between the 20-week moving average and the 50. Like you see, we're getting bouncing off of that, getting rejected off of that pretty much. You know, that might be what ends up happening, but for now, it's mostly sideways stuff here. We're doing a bunch of ranging, and I don't know. Let's go over here to the 5A fast. Let me go over here to so we're gonna have a rate cut in September. I think it's like 100% chance at this point, maybe 99% chance, but it's gonna happen on the 18th, and the 18th is about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 22 days away. Okay, that's a long time for Bitcoin to go sideways. There we go. So that's sideways in my in my brain. There we are. You're selling Bitcoin from 63,120. Shall I close yet? If you're shorting it, I mean, it really depends on your price target. I would have already closed the position, but if there's different ways you can short it. I mean, you can hold on to it, or you can sell some of it off and just scale off. For me right now, I typically just get out after I've had the large boom and I'm kind of happy with it. Typically, it's really up to you. I would recommend having a price target on the trades before you take them. That way you know exactly where that target is, so you don't have to get into that guessing realm. It really helps just to, you know it ahead of time. Like when I did that trade with you guys, even though I ultimately did my own thing, when I made that trade, I had a buy target and I also had a stop loss. So it was either going to hit that price target or it was going to hit that stop loss. And I know how much I was willing to lose and how much money I was willing to gain. It was a 2-to-1 ratio. And I ended up walking away with not the 2-to-1, but like 10, 12, 13, I don't remember how much profit it was, but it was a decent percentage profit for that type of trade. And on top of that, I was trading with like 25x leverage. So it was more of a scalp play than anything. Speaking of options, are you playing NVIDIA? No. So if you wanted to play NVIDIA, you probably would have had to get in there maybe like a week ago now, because what you're seeing is how do I describe it? You're seeing premiums be a little bit overvalued. So what that means is because everybody's buying the options in order to trade them, the value is getting a little bit out of control. Just like the stock market or crypto market has its own bid and ask, the options market has the same thing as well. So what's going to happen there is the implied volatility for those options. If you go on Webull or TD Ameritrade, whatever, you're going to see that implied volatility. If you scroll all the way to the right, it's going to be absolutely insane. And so people are really banking on some really big moves after this earnings. If even it, like, let's say I do a call, let's say NVIDIA goes up and there's a good earnings, there's still a good chance that I lose money, even though I guess which way it was going to go correctly, because the implied volatility is so high right now. And the value of the options is being propped up from all the buying that eventually it's going to hit reality, and it's going to be very, very risky. So be careful with that one. Be very, very careful. And also, I'm not that good at trading NVIDIA options. I'll just tell you guys that right now. That's why I've been holding the spot for a while. I'm just buying up shares and just holding it. It's been what's working best for me. I've actually seen a lot of people go to Robinhood specifically before the split just to buy NVIDIA, because they wanted to buy the fractal shares, I think that's what it's called. Friday they will show the GDP. Oh god, GDP is going to be so scary. I really hope it's positive. Let's just say that. Remember, the government just announced that we really didn't have over 800,000 jobs. Were just like they were never there. And the media talked about that for like maybe one day. So yeah, the GDP may, I'll give it a 20% chance of being negative. I don't think it's going to be negative, but I still give it a solid chance of like, damn, something, it could be a little bit more scary there. And if it is, Jerome Powell is doing like 50 basis point cuts month after month after month after month, and he's not going to stop anytime soon. And hey, Gambit, you're long Sundog and TRX right now. There you go. I'm very excited to see what happens to the Tron tokens here. I'm very excited to see what happens to those tokens. Selling options on stocks you own would have been a great today. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely right there. Check out MSTX and SMT. Those stocks are shorting Bitcoin both ways and MSTR up and down. Oh, then yeah, they're probably going to have a great time here. I mean, right now, it's after hours when we're seeing some of this moves happening right here. They're probably having some great after hours trading, and they're most likely going to see MicroStrategy tomorrow plummeting down. I mean, plummeting. So MicroStrategy is very volatile, if you guys didn't know. So everything attached to that thing is going to be very volatile as well. 30 trillion in the hole. We might be all right. Yeah. What do you call? Yeah, definitely going to be interesting. 30 trillion. Yeah, that's just insane. Uh-oh. Bitcoin better get its act together here or it's going to fall. You can see that generally working right there. You can kind of see that working right there. I hope we don't have to play it like this here. A mini version of what we're looking at with Bitcoin on the daily and the weekly charts. But yeah, so you're seeing that play right there. But yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see the continuation here, then break out and hit 60,000. But it doesn't look like it wants to be able to do that. I'm looking at the minute chart. Look at that momentum right there is bearish. Again, it's only a minute chart. 5 minutes giving up some hope here. 15 minutes is still getting there. Yeah, we're gonna probably have to wait a little bit. Something like that. I told you guys that earlier, but I was getting kind of hopeful. We were making a little bit of a charge there. I wasn't expecting this secondary move. I was expecting us to go boom, something like that. Here's the 5. Get rid of that very fast. And you can see it trying to give up a little bit more here. Let's get rid of the RSI so you guys get a bit more looking room, if you will. There we are. Do I hit Tron can hit $1? Yes, I do believe it can hit $1. I own a lot of Tron. Like I always say when I deal with Tron, I know a lot of the team members over there. I'm good friends with a lot of the team members over there. I try to be non-biased, but I mean, I enjoy them. I enjoy their company. They do not pay me any cash to talk about them or anything like that. They do give me little knickknacks and cool stuff every now and again. I learned that this was a bowl that I got from them. I thought it was an owl with a nose ring. So, yeah, but it's cool. I mean, you know, I even got a bucket hat. I got a backpack. I got a duffel bag. I mean, I got a lot of stuff from Tron. A lot of stuff from Tron. I mean, they're freaking fantastic over there. I love their booths and they throw great parties. And you guys know I enjoy a really good party. I enjoy my complimentary alcohol quite a bit. Because I don't really drink too much when I'm back home. You know, I'm back here. Maybe the cows annoy me too much or something. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoy drinking when I'm out of town. I feel like I get to let loose a little bit, right? And hey, Rory, at least you don't have a Mexican church next door talking out loud. Oh, dude, I could never live next to a Mexican church. When I was poor growing up, I lived across the street from a Mexican club. And when I tell you I could not go to sleep, you know, I mean, the government was helping us with housing, so you kind of be grateful to the government and the tax dollars going towards it. But like here. To the ghetto, to the ghetto. I lived in the ghetto over here. Where are we at? There we go. No, that's too nice. There we go. Okay, so I used to live over here, then I got moved over here, then I got moved over here, then I got moved over here. These are all nice new homes. They were not always nice new homes, but basically I used to live like over here somewhere, and there used to be like a Mexican nightclub over here. I don't know if you can still see it or not. So it used to be, oh, yeah, right here, yeah. El Pigway. It used to be named something else, but yeah. So basically, it'd be very loud, very ruckus, dancing music, nightclub and salon, and then, you know, club. So yeah, it was very, very noisy. I went back over here a while ago, and I gotta love my Philly. My Philly, I tried this place out. It was actually very, very good. A little expensive, but it feels like every small business is expensive these days. But I try to support some black-owned ones. And you can see right here, look at that. Grilling out here. I mean, it's a vibe. And there was a temple over here, and they were really loud too. It was a vibe. And of course, you can get fresh tacos over here. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I think when I lived out, you could ride your bike over, where am I at? McKinley. Okay, so you could ride your bike over here, and there's this little Mexican spot over here. Now, it used to be Mexican. I think it's something else now. Is it? Sorry to get off topic, but yeah, there it is. Okay. They used to have, oh, now it's not even a Mexican place anymore. Jesus. They had a raw sugar cane. You can kind of see what used to be all Mexican. There was like a whole shop and everything. Fresh bread in the morning. There's Bitcoin breaking down on the 1 minute. I knew it was coming, but you know, I try to distract you with the hopes of good Mexican food. But yeah, it was a vibe living out there. You know, the ghetto is dangerous usually to people that aren't from the ghetto, but I never felt not safe or anything over there. But I'm happy I'm out. Happy I'm out. And hey, Pop, why is Bitcoin crashing? So it's not as actively crashing right now, but basically what happened was a lot of whales were selling off a large amount of Bitcoin, and that really just pushed the price down very, very quickly here. How can I get free stuff from Tron? Typically you just have to go to their booths at like Consensus Bitcoin Nashville. They're going to have booths there, and they're going to have especially Consensus. Consensus is what I recommend. They're going to have a booth, and they're going to have this like big wheel where you can spin the wheel and get a gift, and it's pretty cool. It's basically like literally just spinning a wheel, but you get something free out of it, which is really nice. Now, I know the people there personally as friends of mine, so I don't have to spin the wheel, but like there's some cool stuff they got, and Tron doesn't give out bad, like cheap stuff. They give out some high quality stuff, and I really enjoy it. Like, I don't have any other logo thing on my desk besides this. All I have is an ashtray. You guys remember I was sick a few weeks ago. I have a bunch of NyQuil and like a cold medication on here. I have a duster, and then I have Loki's dog treats, and then, oh, sorry, I said treats, shit. And then I have my thing of fire ginger tea or something like that. It's a chai ginger tea. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, and now yeah, yeah, Bitcoin. I knew it was good. Whenever you see those candles looking like that, forget that candle, this one, you know it's gonna come back down. Just know it. I fucking hate those cows. I fucking hate those cows. Shut those cows up. I could use a hamburger tonight. A bodega? Yeah, there you go, there you go. And everyone, dude, it was pretty chill. I mean, here, I'll tell you a quick story before we go back into Bitcoin, look at some of these other charts here. I told you guys this a while ago. Back when I lived on that first place, so I told you it was like up on the hill. So one day there was a bunch of sirens going off during the holidays, and it was like maybe the 24th or the 23rd or something like that. And there was a bunch of sirens going off, and nobody knew what was going on. So the instinct in the ghetto is if you hear a bunch of sirens, you typically will put your kid into the bathtub, because gunshots usually don't penetrate all too much into there. It's like a safer spot of the house out of the many places you can hide. And my mom went to go check out what was going on, right? And all the parents do this. It was just the thing to do. And then what ended up happening was it was Santa Claus on top of a fire engine. And then we went out, we got the free candy canes and stuff like that. But it scared the shit out of everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody was peeking out their doors trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, but it was just Santa Claus. Latino hoods is a bit safer than black hoods. This was okay. So because it was government housing, it was black, Eastern European, and Asian. There wasn't many Hispanics there. It was like those three right there. It was a very interesting type of cultural mix. Did I say Nashville? Yeah, so this year the conference for Bitcoin was in Nashville. Now I enjoyed it a lot, but next year I'm getting a code today, or did I get a code today? I don't know. I'll email them. I got the notes for it, but I'll have a link, and I think it comes with a discount tomorrow. Jesus Christ, those cows are fucking loud. Bitcoin Magazine. There you go. So next year, it's going to be May. It's crazy because it was in August this year, but they're moving all the way to May. So it's going to be May 27th to the 29th, Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas. And they got the early bird tickets here. Again, I should have a link tomorrow that's going to give you a little bit more of a discount. But the festival pass is $269. That's the best one to get if you ask me, because unless you guys are in the industry, you guys don't need the industry pass. This gets you into the first day of the conference. This is where you see all the executives walking around and stuff like that. It's a lot less crowded. So there's industry pass, and there's whale pass for $4,000 if you want that. I've heard it's amazing. Fantastic. Official after party Wednesday night, official after party Thursday night. You can pay for those as well. I'm not entirely sure how these work right here, like what you have to do. Like, yeah, I've never been to the official after parties. I go to other parties, but you know, it's Vegas. There's gonna be a shit ton of stuff to do in Vegas. I'm gonna have to hang out with, you know, Vegas Nick and stuff like that. But see, has little promo codes and stuff, so I should be able to get you guys some of that here pretty soon, literally tomorrow. I got an email from Sean, the guy that runs this stuff, so I'll make sure to get it. I was supposed to message him back today, but I totally spaced on it because Bitcoin, you know, crashing. But yeah, so it'll be in Vegas next year in May. It should be an awesome time. I will say though, if you're gonna go, I'd highly recommend you get your stuff early. Like, let me show you. I'm trying to see how much prices are for hotels right now through that date. 27th to the 29th. Oh, it's so zoomed in. Oh my God. All right. And let's see. Also, while I'm here, let me check my email from Sean. There we go. I sent him an email. So let's see. Book a room. Vegas here. So 25th to the 27th here. Right now I see the average is about like $150. Oh, Mandalay Bay is only $50 plus the $45 a night resort fee. Mandalay Bay may be the place to go. If you try to book with the Venetian, it's going to be crazy. Oh my God, the Cosmopolitan's on here now too. Oh, and the Signature at MGM. Oh, I love those. Okay, I love both of these. I may go with the Cosmopolitan. So I may book this right now. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I got to do it before it gets close. Yeah. All right. I'll worry about that later on. That's a great deal. Country Grammar. Haven't met Justin. No, I have not met Justin before. I've been to a couple of the whale night parties. They're very nice and elegant. I've showed you guys a couple pictures of them before. They're really nice, but I haven't met Justin at that one. I've seen him. Met is a different thing. I live in St. Louis. I'd much rather be in the Latino hood. There we go. People tend to not respect things they don't own, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's always the case. Did I move again? I don't remember you living next to cows. Maybe you can meet Secret Fish there if you already haven't in Nashville. No. Secret Fish, I don't know where the heck that guy is. I don't know where he lives. Maybe he lives in Nashville, I'm not entirely sure. But as far as the cows, I live in the same area. My neighbor just got cows. Like, so I live like in a nice little cul-de-sac. There's a little bit of space between the houses. You got nice yards and stuff. But right attached to us, the cul-de-sac, there's a huge like property there. There's a couple huge properties actually next to me. And then one of them has just got cows. I think like over the past couple weeks they just got cows. So we'll see how those do. We might be in a full-blown bear market if Harris gets elected. I mean, you would see probably Bitcoin crashing 10+% if Kamala Harris is elected president of the United States, unless she very much changes her policies, or she lets us, unless she tells us what her policies are and she talks about them a lot going up until November. I don't see that happening because I haven't really been able to see much policy from her website yet. Like Kamala for president. There's no policy. The policy is they're not Donald Trump. That's the policy. But yeah, there's no policy on here. Yeah, there's no policy. It kind of sucks, to be honest. Kind of disrespectful, actually. I don't know. I feel like it's disrespectful, but that's just me. Vegas pew pew room. I'd like to see. Hey, man, the Vegas parties. I mean, there's also consensus next year, and that's going to be in Austin as always. But I'll get you guys a link in the code tomorrow, and I'll see if I can do the discount stuff on top of that. And yeah, I'll definitely try to get you guys some good stuff there with the team. Hey, Gigwise, what do you call I still have that actually. It's fantastic. It was blue. I still got it upstairs. Then gonna turn off the charts and just go veg with an hour of 3 offensive memes and memes and laugh you lose. Hey, there you go. And hey, damn crypto, happy to see you, my man. S elected is a good name for a token. Oh, it's gonna be too much to deal with here for the most part. I'm really dreading this election cycle here. Like, if Trump is elected, you're gonna see Bitcoin spike. If Kamala's elected, you're gonna see Bitcoin fall hard. What happens after that, I really don't know. I really don't know. Because remember, you know, the election was back over here. Remember 2020 election, November? We were already starting to break out. And Biden being elected didn't really change much of that. But now, you know, are we going to be breaking out in November when the election happens? I don't know, right? We may be all the way back down here at 33,000 bucks. It may be terrible. So again, that over a little more. I'm hoping that we can get this thing into gear. So if we do have any worries there, they're going to be taken out, because again, market cap was not so much of an issue back for Bitcoin over here. There's still a lot of money. Market cap may be something of an issue, maybe, but we got Wall Street money this time. So hopefully give us that little bit of an oomph that we're looking for here. There we go, bouncing off support. Let's see what we can do there. Read Revolutions to find Harris's policy. Oh, oh man. Hey, if things get really, really bad for Bitcoin, yeah, we can go down hard. So far, it doesn't look like we're going down that much, but I'm just saying it's still within the realm of possibility. Very slim chance, but yeah, definitely. All right. But okay, buddy, I'm going to call it a night right now. I need to get some food into my stomach. I'm pretty hungry. I've smoked half the cigar on an empty stomach, and I probably should not have done that. But guys, what if I haven't eaten today? Shit, I was trading too much. All right, but anyway, I'll see you guys a little bit later on. I'm going to probably make another video for you guys later on tonight. I got to do a recording for my editor so I can actually start putting out some content for you guys. But right now, Bitcoin's cooling off a little bit. If you do see Bitcoin continue to fall, I will be right back there being live for you guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I appreciate you guys watching the channel. I really do. Like I said before, you're starting to see more channels being turned off by YouTube, like being deleted. So I appreciate you guys being the community that kind of supports me through this, because I'm still kind of watching like, oh please YouTube, don't fuck me over here, please don't. It was traumatic enough the first time, and I really don't. I'm really gonna try to stay in that lane as much as possible here. So have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys potentially a little bit later if Bitcoin decides to come back down, but Bitcoin is not bullish right now unless you guys are doing some day trading or scalping. It's still overall